Imagine searching for a book that looks boring at first glance, but once you start reading, you just can't seem to put it down. An example of one of these books is Of Mice and Men. Of Mice and Men is written by John Steinbeck, and it's a fictional tragedy. The book takes place in the 1930s, mostly on the Tyler Ranch in California. The two main characters in this book are George and Lenny. George and Lenny have been friends for a long time, and they set out for the ranch in hopes to find work. It's Lenny's dream to own and take care of his rabbits, but George wants to own his own land. Lenny is a really big guy, which makes him great help on the ranch, but he functions like a child. George, on the other hand, is small but smart, so he ends up making most of Lenny's decisions. While they are at the ranch, George orders Lenny around in hopes to keep him out of trouble. Throughout the story, Lenny unintentionally makes bad decisions, and people start to see the lack of control he has over his own strength. Lenny knows when he did something bad by the way George reacts. Every time this happens, he fears George will leave him and not let him tend the rabbits. Lenny's bad choices become quite a problem for some of the workers on the ranch, so George is forced to take matters into his own hands. I enjoyed this book because I relate to Lenny. I know what it's like to mess up and fear what people will think. Similar to how Lenny fears how George will react when he messes up, I fear that when I mess up, people will think less of me too. I worry that when I mess up, I ruin the image that people have of me, and they won't be understanding of me after that. This book has taught me to have more patience for people and not judge them right away. This book is great for readers who want a quick read and feel like they have to look out for someone as well. People who like the books The Great Gatsby, Lord of the Flies, or Grapes of Wrath would also like this book. So now I'm going to read my favorite passage from this book. Guys like us that work on ranches are the loneliest guys in the world. They got no family, they don't belong no place. They come to a ranch and work up a stake, and then they go into town and blow their stake. And the first thing you know, they're pounding their tail on some other ranch. They ain't got nothing to look ahead to. Lenny was delighted. That's it. Now tell us how it is with us. George went on. With us, it ain't like that. We got a future. We got somebody to talk to that gives a damn about us. We don't have to sit in no bar room blowing in our jack just because we got no place else to go. If them other guys get in jail, they can root for all anybody gives a damn, but not us. Lenny broke in. But not us. And why? Because I got you to look after me, and you got me to look after you, and that's why. So this is my favorite excerpt from the book because it demonstrates how Lenny and George have such a great friendship, and that even though George has to look after Lenny, he doesn't consider him a burden. He considers him like part of his family.